Thanks so much for listening to the show today, guys. We're here every Saturday on Talk 107.3 FM. I'm your host, Jay Ducote, author of the blog biteandbooze.com, talking about all things Baton Rouge in the food and drink world, and very happy to be joined by Adrian Morgan of Major League Eating and the Louisiana Culinary Institute. So we were talking about some things that you do to train for these kind of contests. You're gonna be in the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest on July 4th. What do you do to prepare for that? Because you've obviously got to go there trying to set a new personal record, right? You're going to be
Right.
on national television.
Right. I'll do hot dog runs, and they'll usually only be like a couple minutes long, just to kind of get technique down. But I'll stretch it out to 10 minutes, and I'll use like vegetables or fruit to
Okay, so you
to
just take
food kind
you
of help.
take another food that's maybe not as terrible for you,
Right. Something that's gonna
and
stretch
you
my stomach
still kind
out.
of do a how much can I eat in 10 minutes kind of a
Right.
run. So
It's not quite the same, but it's pretty effective, I find.
so what do you like to use for that? I mean, just like cabbage or something.
Yeah, usually I use like cabbage or like watermelon.
Watermelon. That'd
Watermelon
be
works
good.
good too.
And so, how many watermelons can you eat in 10 minutes? I mean, do,
Usually it's like a one whole one. It's like probably like a
oh
25
my
pound watermelon,
gosh.
something like that. But I mean, it's only like half as much once you cut
Yeah,
it
I
all
mean,
up. But
the watermelon actually makes sense because you do kind of have to chew it and eat it and get it down, but then there's so much of that's just water weight
right.
that's in there, so you probably just have to pee real bad afterwards. Um, what about the seeds though? Do you just get a seedless
Oh yeah,
watermelon? You just
usually
take
just
the
do
seeds
seedless.
down. Okay, you
I've
do
done
the
a couple
seedless
seeded
watermelon.
ones. It's pretty rough, but
Yeah, I would imagine because every time I eat watermelon, it's the classic kind of see how far you can spit out the seeds after you take a big bite. So it's what you should be doing 4th of July weekend in hot South Louisiana. Um, so anything else to train though? I mean, so you just every now and then kind of getting the technique down with the hot dogs.
yeah, pretty much.
How I mean, does it just start to get old the taste of it? I guess in
Um,
10 minutes, it's not like that hour-long burger challenge where by the end it was just like everything's cold and soggy and not worth eating anymore. But
I don't know. Once you start getting full, you get pretty much tired of any taste you're shoving in there. So.
yeah, and in that 10 minutes, I mean, do you start to feel full in that 10 minutes, or is it really just a speed race and you just feel miserable afterwards?
Um, Sometimes I feel pretty miserable by the end. Because also when you're eating that fast, you're also swallowing a lot of air.
Mm-hmm.
So and then it's like a couple minutes after you'll feel better than you did at the end of the
Let a couple
contest.
burps out.
Yeah, exactly.
Be a little better off than you were. That makes sense. That definitely makes sense.